since we have read the definite and indefinite nouns, so we'll translate them accordingly. So we will say Sadiqun means a truthful man, any truthful man, and as-Sadiqu will mean the truthful man. Okay? And the other thing we said was that if I have to convert this to definite noun, what I would do is I'll prepend alif lam and I will remove the tanween. That's the rule. The tanween, which is two dhammas, two fathas, two kasras, they cannot come with alif lam. Okay, they never get along. So that's how it will become as-sadiq. And the other rule that we studied was that sometimes we put emphasis on the first letter after lam, and sometimes we don't. For example, here, we say al-muslimu, but here we say as-sadiqu. So there are some letters which are shamsiya and the others that are qamariya, and I told you about those letters, so we'll take care of those while saying lam or not. Okay, so here is this example, sadiqun aw kadhibun. So it means a truthful man or a liar man. Here is another example, al-muslimuna wal-muslimatu. What does that mean? Who will tell?
A Muslim man and a Muslim woman.
No, this is al-muslimuna.
The many male Muslims and the many females.
Right. The Muslim men, because it's plural, and the because it is al. Al-muslimuna means the Muslim men, many Muslim men, and the Muslim women, plural. And this, what does this mean? Al-muslimu awil kafiru.
The Muslim or the disbeliever.
Right, the Muslim man or the disbeliever man. And here is one rule that when it was initially aw al-kafiru, okay? So this was al-muslimu aw al-kafiru. And we read this rule of tajweed. What we do is, we said that this hamza of alif lam, this a, this is hamzatul wasl, which means that this hamza gets dropped when we combine it with the preceding word. So what happens is, if there was a haraka on the last letter of the word, we just carry on. We say al-muslimuna wal-muslimatu. It was actually wa al-muslimatu, right? So what we did was, we dropped this hamza. So it became al-muslimuna wal-muslimatu. But in this case, if we drop it, and we do drop it, now we cannot read it, right? So the solution is that we put a kasra here. So it becomes al-muslimu awil kafiru. Okay? So the rule is that when we are reading, and we are reading the mu'arraf bil lam, this is called mu'arraf bil lam, some word which is made definite through alif lam. So what we do is we drop the hamza, and then we combine it with preceding word. Now if there is a haraka there, we are fine, we can just combine it. If there is no haraka, normally what we do is we put a kasra. But there are some exceptions. For example, if we combine with min, for example, there was min and al-masjidi. Okay. So now if I combine, normally what I do is I drop this hamza and I give this letter kasra. But in the case of min, I will give it fatha. So it will become min al-masjidi and not minil masjidi. So that was one exception. There are other exceptions too. For example, lakum or lahum, things like that. Lahum. If I have to say lakum al-malu, okay. So what I will do is I will drop this hamza lakumul malu. And similarly, lahumul malu. So just trying to tell you that when there is, when the last letter is sakin, it does not have fatha, dhamma, or kasra. What we do is that we normally we give it kasra, but in some cases like min we give fatha, and in some cases we give dhamma, like lakum and lahum.
Does it depend on the last letter of the first word?
No, it just it depends on these words. For example, min. In the case of min, we give fatha. In these two cases, we give dhammas. In other cases, normally we give kasras. So that was. Now you may ask, what if there is a tanween here? If the last letter is tanween, for example, let me write here, Zaidun and al-alimu. I just want to give all the rules about this alif lam, how to read it. That's why I told you about when it is sakin and how we can give most of the times kasra, sometimes fatha, and sometimes dhamma. Now, what if there is a tanween here? How can you read it now? If I drop this hamza, it becomes, now this is zaydun, and you have to join it, right? How will you do it?
At noon.
Hmm?
At noon.
Yeah. So the rule is that what you do is actually un is basically this thing, right? Un. I can write it as Zaidun. Okay. This tanween is basically this sound, right? Un sound. So I'll expand it like this. And now I will write the next word and remove this or drop this hamza. And now it has become the same situation what was here, right? And what we do is we give kasra. So we'll give this a kasra. But this noon is usually added very small. So it's not written like this. Actually it is written like this. Zaidu, and small noon here, and so it becomes Zaidunil alimu. It's again the rule of tajweed. Okay. So what we did was that we expanded this tanween, and this is basically dhamma and noon sakin. And after we got noon sakin, we know the rule that if the preceding if the last letter of the preceding word is sakin, we just give it a kasra, and that's what we did here. So it became Zaidunil alim. All right, should be simple, huh? Okay, good. So this was about the simple compounds. They were pretty simple. Only this Hamzatul Wasl had some rules which I had to tell you. Otherwise, they're just same. Pick any two nouns and combine them, and then translate them like that. All right, and take care of their gender, their case, their not case, but other things, their number and their kind. Any questions so far? Topic was adjective compounds. Sorry. So what are adjective compounds? We have two words, could be more. So there is this noun, and we have to say its adjective, to say something good or bad about it. So noun plus adjective, it makes a compound. For example, the example that I gave last time, good boy. Okay, so boy is a noun, and good is the Now we have to see how we translate it into Arabic. So in Arabic, the rule is that noun comes first. So first comes noun, which is called mawsuf. Mawsuf is the noun whose adjective or characteristic you are going to tell. And then comes sifa. Okay. Sifa is adjective. So first comes noun and then comes adjective. For example, first you will translate boy, which is, for example, if you want to say a good boy, you will say waladun. And then you will bring the adjective. And the rule I told was that the adjective will follow the noun in all 4 dimensions. So this is indefinite, this is in nominative case, this is singular, and this is masculine. So I will bring the word good, which is exactly like this in all 4 things. This is also masculine, this is indefinite, this is singular, and this is in the nominative form. So waladun hasanun. Now it becomes a good boy. But it is incomplete, right? The message is not clear. What about the good boy or a good boy? But if I say a good boy is standing, now it will become a sentence. But for now, we're just studying the adjective compounds. And we'll move on to sentences later on, inshallah. All right? So, in adjective compounds, there has to be a noun whose characteristic we are going to tell. So that will come first, and then you will bring the adjective. And the adjective will follow the noun in all 4 dimensions. All right? And you can also bring more adjectives later on. That also happens. But for now, we'll limit ourselves to 1 adjective to keep things simple. But you can keep on adding more, and they will also follow the noun in all 4 dimensions. So now if I want to say the good boy, what I will do is, I will bring the boy first. Al-waladu. Okay, the boy. And now I have to bring the adjective. So, and since it has to follow it, it will become al-hasanu. And the rules of tajweed will tell us that we have to drop it. And since the last letter has a haraka, we are good. So it will be al-waladul hasanu. Okay? Now here are some other examples. Allahu al-azimu. So we joined them. Allahu al-azimu. Is this an adjective compound? Yes. Because here we have a noun, and here we have a adjective, and the adjective follows the noun. Since the noun is proper noun, so it is definite. Since it's in like masculine form, this is also masculine, this is singular, this is singular. This is in the nominative case, and this is also in the nominative case. So it follows the conditions to be qualified as an adjective compound, and now we can translate it. What does it mean? So Allah, since it's proper, we'll say the. And azim means great or greatest. You can say, and the great Allah. So that's what it means. Now let's get to this second Siratun, if we have not seen it before, Siratun means path or way. And Mustaqim means Mustaqimun. Mustaqimun means straight. Okay? So Sirat is the noun and its adjective is that it is straight. And since it is definite, the adjective is also definite. As-siratul mustaqim. What does it mean?
The straight path.
The straight path. Now here. So you should judge a compound by its meanings also and the rules. So here is one thing, qawlun. Qawlun means saying. Okay? And ma'rufun means known or good. So qawlun is saying and ma'rufun is known or good. So this is a noun and it is its adjective. Now since this is indefinite, I have brought the adjective as indefinite. So this is qawlun ma'rufun, which would mean a good saying. Excellent. Why a? Because it's indefinite. So a good saying. Excellent. Now if it was qawlun azimun, it would be a great saying. Now here I want to give you another rule of tajweed. That's why I brought these two examples here. Now if you consider here, qawlun azimun, I did not put any shadda here on the first letter. But here I put a shadda on ma'ruf. So this is again another rule of tajweed. It's good because it will help you in reading Quran. That's why I'm telling you these rules. And also it will help you write Arabic with proper harakat and tajweed rules. So the rule says that there are 6 letters, which are these. These 6 letters that you have to remember, and they have made a word combining those, which does not mean anything, just for you to remember. Yarmalun. So if you remember this word Yarmalun, it has all these 6 letters. So the rule says that if a word starts with any of these letters, and it has either noon sakin or tanween, which is these things. Okay? So if a word starts with any of these letters and the preceding word, the last, or you may say, the last letter of the preceding word has these, either it has noon sakin or it has tanween, what we do is we join them, merge them. So this is called the rule of idgham. Okay, idgham means to mix, to join, or blend in. So how it will work? That I will give a shadda to that letter. So because it had a tanween here, and mim is one of these letters, okay? And the preceding last letter of the preceding word had a tanween, so I gave a shadda here. So when I read it, it will become qawlum ma'rufun. Lam and mim would be blend in. So it will become qawlum ma'rufun. But in this case, ayn was not in this list. So we don't care. We don't give it a shadda. And we don't blend in. So we say qawlun azimun. Okay. It was another rule of tajweed called idgham. If you want to remember, that's fine. If not, I'm fine with that.
Merge.
Hmm?
Merge, right?
Yeah, merge or blend in or mix or yeah.
Can I clarify on something?
Yes.
So there are two types of idgham. Is it idgham bilawna and malawna?
Yeah, those are the details.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some are like some are of lesser degree. Some are, when you completely don't say the word. For example, if this is min and then rabbihim. Okay. Since this is ra is from this list and the last letter of the preceding word is nun sakin. So what we do is we give a shadda and we don't pronounce this nun. We say mir rabbihim. Okay, that is kind of an example of a heavy idgham. And sometimes it's subtle. Okay, but I won't go into those rules because those are too detailed. The idea was just to give you a general rule. Okay. Now, this al-kitabu and al-mubinu. This is a noun, right? Book. And mubin is adjective, which means clear. And since this is definite, this is also definite. This is masculine, this is masculine, singular, singular, and both in the nominative form. So it qualifies to be an adjective compound, and the translation would be the clear book. Excellent. Now this thing, first of all, is it an adjective compound or not? It is. This is a noun, which means success, and this is adjective, which means great. So the translation would be
A great success.
a great success. All right. And then we can do more examples. Any questions so far? We have not studied anything new today. I said there would be no revision, but what we've been doing thus far was only revision. But anyhow, okay. Now, this is interesting. Nafsu. Nafsun means self. And we said that this was a feminine. Okay. Now I want to bring the adjective which is mutma'innun. Mutma'innun. Mutma'innun means satisfied. Okay. So I want to say the satisfied self. So for the self, I brought an-nafsu. Okay? And mutma'innun means satisfied. So I have to take this here. So what will it be? An-nafsu and then mutma'innatun. Mutma'innatun. That's what you're saying? Al-mutma'innatun. Two. Do you all agree with that? Yes? Yeah. Because this was masculine. And this word is feminine. And we said that this adjective should follow this noun in all four things. So we have to make this feminine also. So we made this feminine first, which became mutma'innatun, but then this was definite. So we had to make this definite. So an-nafsul mutma'innatu would mean the satisfied person, the satisfied self. And this is used in Quran in Surah Al-Fajr. What is that? Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutma'innatu irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiyya. So there, it's an-nafsul mutma'innatu, the satisfied self. Okay, now I want to say any is just to tell you that it's indefinite. Two spacious gardens. So what will be the compound in Arabic?
Adjective compound.
No, adjective compound, yes. Because we can see that here the two gardens is a noun and the spacious is its adjective, so it's adjective compound. So what will it be? All right. So first we have to see what is the word for garden. So garden could be jannatun or hadiqatun, as the sister was saying. Both are correct. Hadiqatun. Okay. So we can pick any. Let's pick jannatun. So it means a garden because we're talking about indefinite. But we're talking about two gardens. So we have to change it to two, which will be Jannatani. Okay, we've read the rules to make duals. Jannatani. Now, spacious means wasi'un or wasi'un. So wasi'un is spacious. But this is masculine, and we know that Jannatun is feminine. Okay, so we have to change it to feminine. It will become Wasi'atun, right? But now, when we bring it here, so this is indefinite, this is indefinite, this is nominative form, this is nominative form, this is feminine, this is feminine, but this is dual and this is singular. So we have to change it to dual. So it will become Wasi'atani. Jannatani, Wasi'atani. Now we want to say lesson is darsun and long is tawilun. So you should be able to make the, when we are going this way in Arabic, first this comes and then comes adjective. The second rule was that the adjective follows noun in all four dimensions. So these were the only two things that I told you, and knowing these two things, you can identify adjective compounds, you can translate them, and you can also make compounds in Arabic from English if you wish to. Now we are going to modify this second rule a bit. And we are going to say that if noun is the plural if the noun is irrational and is in plural form, it will be considered feminine singular. So let's see what are irrational nouns. First, what are rational nouns? So three creatures are considered rational creatures. Those who have intellect and wisdom. Those are human beings, jinns, and angels. These three are considered rational creatures. They have intellect and wisdom. And all others are irrational. Okay? All right. So for example, irrational is an example, a pen. A pen, which is qalamun, is irrational, right? So if I want to translate any beautiful pens, okay. So now these are plural of what? Irrational noun. So, and because this is any, which is indefinite, I will bring aqlamun. Okay? Aqlamun. But the rule says that if a noun is irrational, and pen is an irrational noun, and it is in the plural form, we will consider it as feminine singular. Okay. So when we bring the adjective, it should be feminine and it should be singular. And there are two other dimensions. In those two dimensions, it will follow this. Okay? So that is how we are modifying the rule. Initially we said that the adjective will follow the noun in all four things. But now we are saying that if the noun is the plural of irrational nouns, then we'll fix the two dimensions. That will bring the adjective in feminine form and singular. But other two, it will still follow the noun. So, beautiful means jameel. Okay. Jameelun is beautiful. Now, I have to change it to feminine. So, it will become Jameelatun. And this is singular. We know Jameelatun is singular. Jameelatani would be dual, and Jameelatun or some other word would be plural. So we have the two here. Now other two things, this is indefinite, this is indefinite. This is nominative, this is nominative, so we're good. So we'll bring this here. So it will become jamilatun. Aqlamun jamilatun. And this will complete the rules for adjective compound. Although you should, there is one more thing that I should say, that that this is, it happens mostly. Most of the time we do this. But there could be some exceptions. So this rule is for most of the cases, but there could be some exceptions. Like for example, you must have read this in the Quran. Ayyamun ma'dudatun. Ayyamun ma'dudatun. Or Ayyamun ma'dudatun. Okay. So ayyam is the plural of yawm. Yawmun, ayyamun, which means day. Okay. And ma'dudun means limited or counted. Counted is better translation actually. Very few, counted. Okay, so here it became ayyamun. It was plural, so it brought the feminine singular form of ma'dudun, which is ma'dudatun. So ayyamun ma'dudatun, and because of the rule of idgham, I put this shadda here, just so you know. So it means any counted days. But we sometimes can bring plural form as well. But these are exceptions. Okay. Generally, we'll bring the singular form. All right. Now I'll quickly, is it fine if I take 5 more minutes? Huh? All right. Since we couldn't cover too much, I was thinking to cover sentences too. Inshallah next time. And next time there will be no revision. Inshallah, I'll stick to that. Okay. This is simple. Tufahun, hulwun, wa rummanun murun. This is simple. Kasrun, alimun, aw baytun, saghirun. Okay. Al-aqlamu, at-tawilatu, wal-qasiratu. Okay. Abwabun, wasi'atun, aw mutafarriqatun. أو سيئات والراديات. So now in this I have joined the two, the adjective compounds as well as the simple compounds. So this one is adjective compound, this one is another adjective compound, and I took two adjective compounds and joined them as one simple compound, right? So tufahun hulwan, this is an adjective compound because this is a noun and this is its adjective, which means sweet. Hulwan means sweet, if I have not told you before. So tufahun hulwan, a sweet apple, and a sweet apple. And this is rumman pomegranate. Murrun means bitter or sour. So it will become a sweet apple and a bitter pomegranate. All right. This is the same. Qasrun azimun is adjective compound. Baytun saghirun is an adjective compound, and we joined the two with how to make it a simple compound. So Qasrun azimun. Qasr means palace, if I have not told before. Azim, you know, great. So Qasrun azimun, a great palace. And Baytun means, I have told you, I guess, house. Saghir is small. So a small house. So when I combine a great palace or a small house. Okay, now come here. And so this is, what now we have done is that this whole is an adjective compound. Actually, the adjectives are as a compound, as a simple compound here. So this is the noun al-aqlamu, which means the pen. Okay, because it's definite. The pen, many pen, the pen. And since this is plural and this is irrational noun, so I have to bring the adjective in singular feminine form. So it was basically tawilun, means long. And when I changed it into feminine form, it became tawilatun. And similarly, this was qasirun. Qasirun means small, short, actually. This means long, this means short. And since it was definite, we made them definite and nominative. And these are singular, okay? Although it was plural, because the rule told us that if the noun is the plural of irrational noun, we'll bring it feminine singular. Okay, so it became al-aqlamu tawilatu wal-qasiratu, which means the long or short pens. So this thing now is a simple compound, okay? And the whole is adjective compound. All right?
And
Hmm?
and wa.
Long and short.
Oh, sorry, and. Sorry. The long and short pens. Same case here. Now this is abwabun, which means doors, any doors I would say, because this is indefinite. And this is again plural of irrational noun. So I have to bring the adjective as singular feminine. Now the word was wasi'un. Wasi'un I told you was spacious. But now I have to convert it into feminine. So it will become wasi'atun. And it's singular, so I'm fine. The other word is mutafarriqun. I think I have not told you about that. So mutafarriqun means separate. Independent, separated. So when I change it to feminine, it becomes mutafarriqatun. So it's again the adjective is a compound, a simple compound, and overall it is an adjective compound. So how will you translate it? Any spacious or separated doors. All right? Simple? Again, the rule is just this the plural of irrational. Now here, this is simple. Shafa'atun is singular, so we don't have to worry. Shafa'atun is intercession, and hasanatun, since it was a feminine, because of this ta, so we brought the feminine form of hasan. It's hasanatun, and similarly sayyi'atun. So what will it become? How will you translate it? Good intercession. But now combine this as well, because these two make one adjective, like as a compound. Sayyi'atun means bad. Right. Good or bad is now one adjective, right? Because it's a compound. So intercession here, but we have to put something here, a or the. So it will be because it's indefinite. A good or bad intercession. Now here again, this is noun, and this whole is an adjective, which is a compound of two adjectives. So it will become radiyatun means pleased. Okay. So radiyatun is pleased. And since nafs was feminine, so we brought mutma'innatun and radiyatun, okay, because it was feminine. So an-nafsul mutma'innatu wal radiyatu, what will it mean? The satisfied, if we do in the same order, first is satisfied and pleased self or person, and because this is definite, right? And now the last one. It should be simple. Right. Athamanu is the price, and it's masculine and singular, we don't have to worry. Qalil means less, kathir means more, the less or more price, or you can say the less or high price or whatever. Okay? The low or high price, or the less or more price, however you want to translate it, but it is the because it's definite. So this completes our study of adjective compounds. Now inshallah, next time we'll study sentences. Okay, so there we'll say the complete message that we want to say, and we may use these compounds in our sentences. For example, I can say that I have a sweet apple and a sour pomegranate. Okay, so we can use then the same compounds within our sentences. So that would be the next step. But in the beginning, we'll start with simple sentences, and then we'll keep adding more things into the sentences. Any questions so far?
How was bad? Bad is
Sayyatun. Sayyatun. It's used in the Quran quite a lot. Seen, and then ya, and there is and then hamza and ta. Sayyatun. Seen, ya, hamza, ta. Sayyatun. Ya is has shadda and it's and has a kasra. All right, now what you can do is you have the vocabularies, the words that I gave you, and you can try to make compounds like these from those words on your own. Or I can give you some. Like for example, you can say some righteous or lying women. So this some would tell you that it's indefinite. Then you can say a clear book and a clear sign. Okay. And then you can say the good sayings and the great sayings. Okay. So actually make it saying. I haven't told you the plural of qawl, so make it sayings. Yeah, or let me tell you, aqwalun would be sayings, so make it plural. And so on. You have other words, just try to combine them. And inshallah, next time we'll start sentences. And we will not revise. Inshallah. Any questions? Oh, one more thing, and that is important. Next time we're meeting again here, same room.
Sunday.
So it is Saturday.
Sunday.
Next time? Oh, sorry, yeah. So this you have to know, yeah. Sunday. Actually, there were two changes. One, it is on Sunday, November 13th, same room. But the time is also changed. It's 1:15 p.m. So you have to change this, note this. And since Zuhr is now at 1, so we should be okay. So we can come here after Zuhr. So it's 1:15 next time, and it's on a Sunday, not Saturday. And after that, all other classes would be on Saturdays.